Hey, gang.
What's up?
Let's
How we doing?
just let's try starting this up and see if anybody is interested in checking in with us. We never know. We never know from one broadcast / check in to the next what we're gonna get. But I thought it'd be fun to check in with everyone. It's happy hour with Bryce and friends. Our friends. Right now we're going bunker. We're going to the bunker
Going to the
to
bunker
see
tonight.
what's going on. Joe, Caitlin, what's happening?
How we doing?
I
Just
mean,
another night
yeah, just another
hanging
night
out.
hanging out and about.
Out and
I
about.
like that you are 6 feet apart. That's important. And
Trying to be.
you see,
My camera angle isn't that wide. I can't
you seem
get
to
all
be
that
checking that box.
in the spectrum.
I'm not.
Helps.
I have low expectations. I think. Here's the funny thing about happy hour.
I love the enthusiasm there.
Well, I think a virtual happy hour is a really great opportunity to check in with people, sit at a virtual bar, maybe have a drink, a beer, a cocktail, a wine, whatever it is. It's for. I will continue to say this until it isn't a thing anymore. But it's really great to be able to check in with people, and so it's nice to reach out, put ourselves out there, solicit comments, and see what's happening. How are people doing? How's everybody doing? Say hello. Imagine sitting at a bar and just saying hello.
We're at Bryce's bar and it's happy hour right now.
Exactly.
What do you got to say?
Well, it's funny because I can see people jumping in. I've got Lawrence who probably left by now, and Shayna always jumps in. She's a very loyal follower to the
Really?
program.
I wonder why.
Jalen Graham, if you're still there. Ashley P, I don't know. So I can't see always who's on at the time. I can just see like somebody's watching. Chelsea, if you're there, that's awesome. Jason, if you're there. I know Sam is probably in that room watching. So I would invite anybody who's watching. You can always make a watch party too. And then like your friends can see, although again, not sure what's happening with this particular late night happy hour, but just wanted to give our friends an opportunity to check in with us as extroverts, as people who like to be around people.
Socialize.
This gets to be tough, right? So we like the opportunity to find a virtual bar and shoot the shit.
Shoot the shit.
And, a little fuck off, as it were. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Well, what's happening over in the bunker tonight?
Can they hear me in the background?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
What's he saying back there?
No, they can't hear you.
Can't hear Tommy anyway.
Yeah.
It's the bunker.
Yeah.
It's the bunker.
Oh, we're just hanging out tonight. We were watching a little Star Wars here.
Oh, what? A little.
Yeah, I can see the sweatshirt.
Which Star Wars are you watching?
Here, let me just.
Yeah.
I'll put that up there.
This one.
Nice. Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. How far in before I interrupted with this nonsense?
What's all those
Should we
fucking
do a little-
rappers up there? Are those my Kit Kats?
Oh, there we go.
I took 3.
They're right there.
It
Caleb
looks
that's all I
like
can say.
about halfway.
Kit Kats.
Nice.
About halfway.
Okay, hold on. I did take your Kit Kats and I went and got you soda too.
Give me-
So you can't be mad at me for taking 3 Kit Kats because I went and got you soda from the
I
grocery
know,
store.
shoot 'em all up.
On the other side of the bunker.
Bunker management is important. What are we thinking? Okay, so let's have a little Star Wars chit chat.
Let's do that. I don't know anything about Star Wars, so
Have either
do
of
that.
you seen this movie
no,
that you're watching? Episode 9.
I'm not.
were you watching this before this started?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're
Quite a while.
Yeah,
And this movie started at like 7:30, I think.
okay.
So
So
it's-
you had
it's been-
seen up to this point. You had seen no Star Wars.
Oh, I've seen a few. Like,
Do you
maybe-
know which ones?
No, not a clue. I'm actually
Okay.
now that I got Disney Plus, I think I'm gonna go back and watch them how everybody's been telling me to watch them, which is what 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Mhm.
That's the right order.
Yep.
That's what
Yep.
everybody's been telling me,
Yep.
and now I have to go
That
back
is
and
the
watch
right
all
order.
of them. But
Yes.
like I said,
My
Well-
cousin's a Star Wars nerd.
I'm jealous. Caitlin, have you seen all the Star Wars movies?
Yeah, I have.
You know what's going on.
I do know what's going on.
And you've seen 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I know Tommy's good on Star Wars, but he hasn't really he hasn't seen all of 9. So he's in it
Oh.
right now.
and he was kind of mad. He didn't want to. He wanted to watch all of them first before watching 9.
Again.
Sam bought it today, and well, here we are.
So we have some folks tuning in. I would like to know. So here was the big thing for me. After my kids were born, I had this really hard decision. Was it better to go and obviously this is before 7, 8, 9, but was it better to go 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, or this is the first generation of kids who could actually go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Connect the dots. I think that might be part of it.
Yeah. I
Why-
watched it both ways. Me and my cousin wanted to see the difference between watching it in both those orders, and it was a difference.
Right. So
Because he had to connect the dots more when he did it 1, 2, 3. When
I
we were
think
like,
so. However, this conversation is completely fucked having Joe involved, who has
Yeah.
No.
virtually no worthwhile input. It would be better.
Yeah, no.
And then Caitlin's young enough, like it's always all existed. Like 1 through 6 has always existed for you, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So let me ask you, let me start with Joe. Joe, can you tell me who Luke Skywalker's father is?
Yes, I do know that. It's Darth Vader.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is such a big moment in cinematic history. The moment at which Luke realizes Vader is his father. It was
That-
mind blowing. And I say that
probably one of the movies I've seen.
okay.
That's why-
So I say it was mind blowing coming from a very young child. In fact, the first movie came out in 77. I was born in 78. Second movie came out 82, I believe, might have been 81. So I would have, by the time I even saw A New Hope,
Yes.
I was already watching
Joe needs to go.
the replays, which is what they did in the theater back in the day. Before VHS, they would just keep showing the movie, or they would keep introducing it over and over again.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly presents to you the tag team champions of the world, the Road Dogs, this is James, the badass Billy Gunn. I'm just kidding. You can go on. What were you guys talking about?
This is a fun comment. Why am I here? I don't know. Why are
Maybe 'cause
any
you
of
got
us here,
nothing
Donovan?
better to do.
Donovan, I hope I don't know. I hope to
Do you want one?
I lost. All right.
let's check in on Ian. I think that would be like if you watched Fast and Furious all the way from 1 to 3, 1 to the end, but 3.
You need to give me like.
I get it. I get where you're heading with that.
I love you and all, but
That's a
I
tough
just
one to
want
break
your
down.
notes.
That's a
Fuck.
tough one to break down.
it's not yours.
And then you can get in on the live stream. So I will throw this out there, and let's start right here. If you want in on the live stream, I would need an email from you. So
It's mixing it. It's called mixing it,
email
Joe.
me. Do this. If
Not
you
me.
email me, if you want to get in on, and we can put you on the screen, email me Bryce, BRYCEW78 @gmail.com. So if somebody wants to get in, we can do our best to try that. But you'll have to start with an email to me, BryceW78 @gmail.com. I could make probably a better Gmail address for folks that want to get in. But it is fun. I mean, that's the whole point, right? We're trying to connect with everyone. Tommy, we were having a little bit of a Star Wars talk. What's the right order to show your kids?
Oh man, that's a toughie. You know what? I say they should watch it the way we watched it. But I did it with my two boys, but now I got a girlfriend and she has a boy, and I went a different way. I started off I started off with the Phantom Menace with him. I don't know. I mean, teach him that way. I don't know.
I think it's important to establish that out of 9 movies, the single greatest movie is still the second one, which is the 5th one. But Empire Strikes Back is not only the greatest movie in the entire saga, one of the greatest movies ever made. When you get right down to it, the moment that Luke finds out that Darth Vader is his father is so gigantic and so huge that if you show a child episode 1 first and then go into towards Empire Strikes Back, it's entirely lost. And I don't think that's fair. I think it's better, in fact, to... What are you guys doing there?
Well, Jerry Howe's calling and Joe's doing some stupid shit. I don't know. We lost you for a second here. Maybe we'll get you back.
I'll check back with you. How about that? They were back. I think it's important to get these kids starting on A New Hope. You start there. Let them find out the big
with the
thing.
First one? Come on.
Answer that.
You don't start
the
you
entire
start Empire.
The greatest twist in all of cinematic history is finding out Darth Vader is Luke's dad. Maybe the greatest single twist in cinematic history. You rob them of that if you start them at
Phantom Menace.
1. You know what's happened? I really thought Star Wars would be compelling topics, but I'm not sure anybody gives a fuck.
No. You know what I just watched the other day? Actually, yesterday. I went back and watched Lethal Weapon 1 through 4. Now, let me tell you, there's been a lot of actors that can mesh well with each other. But Mel Gibson and Danny Glover and Joe Pesci, because he's in everyone except for the first one. Those 3, I mean, it's comedy gold. I mean, great action-packed movie. You go back and you watch it over and over again, and I honestly gotta say, Lethal Weapon, in my mind, never gets old.
I love Lethal Weapon. I love that we're having this conversation. What?
The third is your favorite.
Well, the third had so the third would have come out in 1992.
Yep.
I'd have been 14 years old, and Rene Russo touched me in a way. I wanted to check in. Randy says people gripe about the new ones, but Empire Strikes Back really got me as a kid. Hand put carbonite, Luke lost hand. It was a huge.
Yeah. A lot of stuff did happen, yes.
And I think it does bug you as a kid, but I think that's part of it almost left you a little bit confused about. Sorry to go back, but I saw that message come up and I wanted to address
I know,
it.
You're all about Star Wars, dude.
Empire Strikes Back was very dark.
We get it.
And it really did change the way you were looking at things. So we can move back towards Lethal Weapon, which I think is great. So I'm 14 years old, and Lethal Weapon 3 comes out, and Rene Russo, as far as I was concerned, had to be the sexiest person on the planet. It was just incredible. Like, she could roundhouse kick you, compare your scars, and
Oh,
still
the
was
scars. The scars. That's my favorite part.
compared scars with this badass chick. Just really stole my heart, Rene Russo, in that movie. So obviously a fan of Lethal Weapon 3. 1 and 2 are great. They're great movies. 3 is a fun movie. 4 is a fun movie, but there was
good.
always something in my heart for Rene Russo from the third one.
You know what? And I'll tell you.
Hey, Jamie, how you doing? No, the thing I love about Lethal Weapon was, they got Mel Gibson, who was, coming up, being a great actor at the time, and Danny Glover together. And those two, I swear to God, like, I don't know, you watch a lot of cop movies, you watch a lot of movies like Bad Boys, stuff like that, where they pair two guys together. And like, I don't know, just like Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, those is
it's like the
almost
classic
Robert De
buddy
Niro and
film.
Joe Pesci, right?
Yeah.
That's great. Sorry, I got
Randy
excited.
says, if you Google her now, Rene Russo's growing old gracefully. And now I feel like I want to, because I had the same conversation earlier and I was thinking, just was never the same. After about 1998 or 1999, I felt like she was never the same
Fucking old.
as she was.
Jesus. That
You're
was the year I
cold.
was born.
Oh, we're old. That was 20
old.
years ago that like you were like in love with this woman.
Yeah. So she was
Yeah.
probably, I mean, gosh, I want to say like 35, maybe. So, I mean, 55 isn't that old, right? That doesn't seem that outrageous.
Seeing as how you're 42, yeah, not too bad, buddy.
Exactly. Yeah. So you're
You gotta
saying
go
there's
for
a
it.
chance.
You got a chance, buddy. You got a chance. You just got to win her over with that winning personality of yours.
Well, look, I'm
Basically,
not
don't forget
chasing
about saying that.
Rene Russo anymore. That was
Oh, that was just a high
a
school.
fleeting moment.
All right,
but-
all right.
I mean, it had an effect.
Alyssa Milano, forget about it.
Alyssa Milano is a good one. There are a lot of these like moments, I think, we're hearing Rene Russo, 66. See, she was even older than I guessed her at.
Wow.
So she was in her 40s.
Yeah. 98. Maybe our math is wrong. No,
No, there's 2020. 98.
it's very confusing. Very
22.
confusing.
Oh, wow. That's over.
I did send Ian, I sent you a link. You can get in here if you can figure that out. So we're hearing Rene Russo. So here's the point I think that's interesting from a old man, but from a young man's perspective, you have these moments in time that really affect you. I remember seeing Mariah Carey on Saturday Night Live, her first performance.
And she was sweet and wholesome.
Oh my God.
Had curly red hair. Like, yeah, sweet and wholesome Mariah before she became hoe.
Holy shit. This is a good
Sorry.
one.
I can't say that.
Donovan points out Joey Lauren Adams. That was a good one. That was a little later, I think. So Donovan says I'm months older. Yeah, I'm May 11th. So my birthday, I'll be 42 in less than a month. Whatever that works out to for you there. I'm not sure. Joey
Yeah,
Lauren
I'm
Adams, I felt
Bryce.
like I started falling in love with her closer to 20. Like that was past for me. I mean, I loved her, but by then I had already seen Mariah Carey, and Another big one for me was the girl from oh shit, she was the alien on that TV show.
Third Rock from the Sun.
No.
Roswell.
Oh shit, I was not prepared for this conversation.
Let's just move it on, dudes.
Her
Go
dad,
on
remember her
sports.
dad was he was an alien, but he was like in a box and he would talk to her. Evie, she was Evie.
Oh, wasn't
And
that
then-
like the Alf spin-off bullshit?
No. Her dad was in the box. Out of This World? Was she Evie from Out of This World? I think.
Man, you lost me, dude.
You're
Weren't we
crazy.
talking about Star Wars a while ago?
Yeah, nobody else cared. Let's bring in
Yeah,
Ian
that was
here
all-
and see if he
oh,
knows.
Ian,
What
sweet.
up?
He
How's it
probably
going,
knows.
guys?
Good. How
How
you
you doing,
doing?
Oh, I'm just up in the northern Minnesota area, trying not to lose my mind.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where?
What part?
Grand Rapids.
There you go.
So it's about 3.5 hour drive from about Farmington from the Mug, around that area.
All right.
Oh, so he
Alright,
knows about the
nice.
mug, huh?
Dude,
Yeah,
I used to work at the Mug, man.
Old mug
up.
folk.
Yeah, I worked for Frank. I actually helped open Panita Brothers, the original one in Apple Valley. And that's kind of where I met Frank. And then, that's kind of how the Mug came to be, because Frank ended up being security for Josh for a while, the owner of the Panita Brothers. And
I
Right.
prefer to not plug either of those assholes.
there you
Frankly.
Yeah.
Frankly.
there you go.
Frank.
Get it?
How
Actually,
often was the mug back in the day. Oh wow.
I think it would be sloppy for me to talk about what a piece of shit I think Josh is. So I won't.
No, that's okay.
Wow, Bryce.
Um,
I think
he's
those
fine.
two Happens you had at my place kind of got you off the game, buddy.
I wish him the best. I wish Josh the best.
Yeah, I hope everything's good with him in his own personal life, but yeah.
And I wish Frank the best. But not my folk. That's it.
All right, so
There's
on the
singing going on.
sports.
But I love Ian.
Oh,
I haven't
love
seen
you.
you in a while, man. How are you? How are
I know. So Danny Long here, he says, I know Ian. Look at this. Panino Bros, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a while.
It wouldn't be
since I've been
fair
around.
for me to air dirty laundry here, but I just have no interest in promoting either of those guys on
That's
my
hey,
own thing. You
that's
know?
not what we're here for. This
Yeah,
is,
but it's good to see you. And I do
Yeah, you
miss
too.
those old mug days. We had some good times at the mug. The
yeah,
three of us here on the screen, in fact.
yeah, absolutely.
All three
Yeah,
of us.
familiar faces. Yeah,
lots of good times.
Yeah. Donovan, it's not that
We used to
guy.
all live like really, really close to the mug.
I didn't live that close, but I mean, like I said, I worked there for a little bit, so I was just there. I was in Rosemont. It wasn't too far away, but yeah.
Danny says, am I on? You're as on as you want to
Yeah,
be,
dude,
man.
you're on, buddy.
Oh,
Danny, how you
camera
doing,
me in.
bro?
So, Danny,
You
I
doing?
will.
Oh,
Danny, I can bring in. If somebody wants to be on, just like Ian, look at this. We got you on. That was pretty easy, too.
Yeah, very
We've
easy,
tried this
actually.
before, and people get hung up on some of the tech parts. But if you send me an email, now listen, Danny, at Bryce, BRYCEW78 at gmail.com. BryceW78 at gmail.com. We'll bring you on the screen.
Man.
What's no, Danny, we can't hear you. We can only read your comment. I imagine him being like, yeah, man, yo, why aren't they answering? Send me that. I'll send you a link. We can get you in here. So, Ian, tell me this. What have you been doing? What's happening?
Well, I work for UPS. I deliver packages up here.
So you're
And,
essential.
I am an essential
you're-
employee,
you're
very much
fighting,
so.
yeah.
Yes. Actually, I last Friday I started feeling a little ill. And I had flu-like symptoms. So basically, I kind of took myself out of the friendly fire, and I called the up here to see like what they do for that kind of thing, and they basically were like, "Do not come in.
Yeah,
Do not come
So
in at
now you're
all."
quarantined.
for sure.
I have been.
2
I'm
weeks.
I'm quarantined till Friday, actually.
And
Um,
legit
Oh,
quarantine.
Friday?
How you feeling?
I'm good, actually. I've been fever free for the last 5 days.
But
And,
you had a fever.
I did have a fever for about 2 days, and man, it was definitely it was a rough day or a rough 2 days there where I was Tylenol, and they actually say that Tylenol is the best thing. You don't want to use ibuprofen for some reason.
Sure.
Yeah, I heard that.
Or
Yeah, I've
Advil.
heard that too.
So it's definitely Tylenol is the way to go, and that's the only way to go. So I did that, and my parents just got back. They're retired up here in northern Minnesota, and they just got back from Arizona actually the week before. So I actually had somebody that was actually able to help and kind of run some errands for me, so I wasn't kind of just kind of screwed and left out in the dark. So
Right.
Spreading it, or
but
spreading
we're
it. Good for you.
no, and working for UPS, you know what I mean? It's like, well, I would never go to work and do something like
No.
that. So that's another reason why
Right.
I decided to solidify myself from going to work. So that way, like me, I'm single, I don't have any kids, but there are many people that I'm in an extended small center up here. There's probably about 29 drivers. You go
Okay.
down
I'm
somewhere.
telling you, that's a great thing to do. That's a great thing to do because you don't want to be sneezing on those boxes and then
Yeah.
drop them off.
Exactly. And that's exactly the first thing I thought about was like, well, I might not be, I probably don't have it. I mean, like I said,
Yeah,
I
but
feel fine now.
No reason
but
to
it's
freaking. Yeah, exactly.
exactly. So my whole thing is like what I did was I called the hospital or called, the doctor's office, and I was like, what do you recommend? And they're like, well, if you have any flu-like symptoms, we don't want you coming anywhere near us. So there's this thing called OnCare that you can do online. And basically what you do is you go online, you fill this thing out, and you tell them their symptoms and whatever and all that stuff. And they basically give you this thing where, it seems like you have the COVID-19 symptoms and all that crap.
I'll go down with
But
you.
so right now, act like you have it, but don't. So now you have to self quarantine,
Right.
and then
for sure.
that gives you a
For such a team.
it gives you a basically a doctor's note for your work if you need one, saying
Yeah.
that you're not allowed to go to work.
And no
And
one
so-
needs a doctor's note right now, right? You're like,
I don't
no,
think so.
and they're like,
I
get
don't-
the fuck out of here.
I don't think so, but I mean, like I said, UPS is a very essential thing, just like hospitals and nurses and doctors and UPS, FedEx, the Postal Service, Amazon, all those
Amex, all that
people.
shit.
Yeah.
We're all on the front lines, man. And you know
Amazon,
what? UPS is not giving people shit. They are not
Yeah.
giving us anything. I mean, I'm bringing my own wipes, my own wet wipes. I mean, they've
What's
given
this
us.
guy's
They
name?
have.
What's this guy's name?
Ian.
Ian, I just want to say that I know you're not sure if you got it, but it's a good thing to stay home. But I'd like to sneeze on a couple of boxes for me because I'd like to. I got a couple of packages I'd like to deliver, and just in case,
To some certain people.
maybe 6 or 8 packages. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make a joke all of a sudden. 'cause,
No,
I mean,
it's fine, man. I mean, like I said, I'm not at work. I'm home. I've been home all week. I'll be going back to work on Monday. I can go back to work after 3 solid days of no Tylenol or no anything without fever symptoms. And I've been tomorrow at noon will be 3 full days, and then by Friday it'll be almost 4.5, 5 days. So I'll be back
And
to
then
work.
you're immune. Then you're
look,
going
if
over
if
it.
I-
Get it again.
if I
young
even
and strong,
had it.
young and strong, yeah.
Exactly.
If I even had it, you know what I mean? Like I said, it was, that
You can't
that's
take a chance. You
Oh shit!
can't take a
We-
chance.
we got-
Long.
we got another person here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sir Danny Long. How you doing, sir? Can you hear me? Oh, you don't have your volume on. buddy.
You got to
your
turn the
volume on.
speaker on.
Oh,
turn the
here
speaker
we
on.
go. This
Or
is
put
what
a-
happens every time.
But just to finish
Bryce,
up, though, I mean, the most important thing was
Come here, Bryce. I tell you.
the most important thing was to do, I think, what I did, because if people didn't do it and just thought, you know, like, oh, I had some symptoms or whatever, but, you know, I'm just going to keep working. It's like, well, like I said, I don't have any kids. I don't have a significant other. I'm not
Right.
infecting anybody
Right
at
on,
home.
right on.
But like if somebody gets it at home, they brings it home, they have an elderly parent, you know, the next thing you know,
Yeah.
like I said,
Goes
most of
on
the
and
people
on.
that
It
this
goes
is,
on. It's a vicious circle. Yeah.
most of the
Rob-
people that this has been affecting has been people that are like about 60, 65 or older. And,
Right.
you know, I would
Right.
never want to lose my parents who are both in that category. So
No, and none of
um,
us do. So I got to
yeah.
tell you, I'm glad you came on and told your story. That's awesome.
yeah, man, thank you.
However, also, I would like to not talk about it.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Got a
Yeah.
good too.
So
Also,
Absolutely.
Danny, oh, you just did it. Ian, would you do me a favor and turn your phone sideways?
sideways.
Is that possible?
Turn the upside downward.
If you can. If you can't, that's cool.
Right side.
What do you want?
left.
Oh, like that. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
We can see more of your
Perfect.
beautiful
Well,
face.
hello.
All right. Gorgeous, baby. Gorgeous.
Now, this is kind of I got a funny thing. All of a sudden, so Donovan wants in, right? And so I go to the email and it says, I've never seen this. I need to screenshot this, which is this, I think. And
Is he a screenshot of me?
Oh, he's trying to screenshot you, buddy.
The Russians
Thank
are
you,
not
frozen
going to get a hold of this, are they?
froze.
The Russians aren't going to hold this footage.
I don't know.
I've been laying low.
For me
I've
to
been
put
laying
this for me to put this together so you can see. Oh, actually, you know what? I can. Watch
I
this.
apologize, Jerry. That was really, really stinky.
I'm gonna
Actually,
send. I'm gonna
low.
send
No, what'd
Donovan
you eat? What'd you eat?
an invite here.
McDonald's.
Have a little hot dish. It'll
Cheese
cheese.
hot dish.
I brought a whole
you know I
bowl
love
of
some hot dish, Jerry.
huge bowl of hot
Everyone
dish.
loves some hot
Oh,
dish.
did
I
that.
gave up on the Italian baker. I can't make it. I just
They
went back.
have-
I went,
Jerry,
I went back. to
Danny,
Iowa.
how you
Come on.
doing, man?
it's pretty easy to do.
Are we
Still
not getting
can't hear you,
Danny's
Dan.
mic?
I can't hear him, man. I can see his mouth moving.
Yeah,
I don't
Danny,
think-
we're not getting your
Tell
mic.
him he
You
has
gotta
to put
allow.
the freaking headphones in.
It's not even that. I
It's not
mean,
even that.
My mother.
It's probably a little has to do
My
with that.
mother did the same thing on Easter. We had a thing going on, just like six
Yeah, you
windows,
gotta have the
and we could see Mom, but she was just talking. She said she could hear us, but she couldn't see us.
Is that Tommy's dad? He's adorable.
Oh, he's got fans.
Hey, it's not my dad, but I would love for this man to be my dad. I would be honored to have Jerry Howe as my dad, but no,
This guy right back here.
he's not my
This guy
dad.
right behind me over there.
He pretty much takes care of everyone in this neighborhood.
I don't like anybody here. Yes, I do. I love them all. I love them all.
I don't like anybody here, he says.
But no, he is not.
A
my
little
dad.
bit. A little bit.
Jamal, we are freaking happier than the dog in the hubcap factory. How you doing?
Did this guy?
Yeah.
Well, I think we lost him.
we have the
How
weirdest.
you guys doing?
The shittiest-
Shit.
It's funny we have 4 people on cams and 6 viewers.
Who wins?
We need to start a watch party. Hello.
Is it high
So-
score?
So Joe
High score
Strong's
wins or
about
low
to-
score?
Always charging. It's charging.
If you're hanging out with us, I would invite you to start a watch party. Get your
Start a
people
watch
in
party
here with us.
On my phone.
That'd be
Bye.
fun.
And my phone.
Dono Van.
I love you. Be careful out there.
Love you too, I will be.
You out,
Hey,
Ian?
You can hear him.
No, I'm just going to have a cigarette.
Oh, who said I love you?
Somebody behind us.
Oh,
That's Kaylin talking to me. That's my daughter.
I
it
just
was a
farted.
man's
Well, she's not
voice.
my maker, but
Good night, guys.
Good night.
it was
Hey,
not.
yo.
Jump in there. Jump in there.
Jamel's in the house.
Joe. Seriously.
Yeah, there we go, Donovan.
Play this game with the Weaver boys.
What's
I
up?
guess I'm staying.
This is literally the coolest broadcast ever. Now we have 4 on. Actually, here's what we can do. Let's check in with Danny and see how he's coming here.
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
nice.
Can you
We
hear
got
me?
5.
Starting
Yeah.
the last group.
Yes. Can you
We
hear me?
did it. We did it.
Hey, Danny boy. Oh,
Tommy.
Danny boy.
Tommy, can you hear me?
Hey, what's up there, tough guy? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, well, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you,
All right,
man.
we'll go make a fucking
Wow.
break. I'll be right back.
Now, Danny
All right.
Long, do you know Kelly Joe Finney?
Kelly, what's up, buddy?
Sweet. I got people joining already, man. We got one. I
All
gotta
right.
wave.
All right.
Here's my preference.
Danny looks like a young Jonathan Hillstrand almost from Deadliest Catch.
Thank you.
Wow, that's not bad. That's not bad. Hey, if I were you, Danny, I'd take that shit. That's pretty good.
I'll take whatever I can, Tommy.
Mhm.
That guy.
However it comes, my friend. Kelly Joe Finney. Who's Kelly Joe Finney? Who knows Kelly Joe Finney?
I
Bryce, you
do.
know her?
She plays bags with us
Shut
at
the
Lakeville
front door.
Brewing.
Really?
Yeah.
So she probably kicked my ass because my team sucks.
Well, that's not true. I mean, Miranda can only carry you so far.
Yeah, I know. She's so much better than I are.
Good plan.
IR.
Injury reserve, Tommy. Injury reserve.
Hey, you know what? You gotta keep it going. You gotta keep it going.
She says, I don't know you or anyone here, but I love this show.
Oh, I'm the
She
best
says-
bag
like-
player.
I'm
Wow.
the baddest bag player ever.
I'm trying to get there. We go.
There it is.
My computer can barely handle this.
My phone can barely.
I'm on my phone, dude.
Yeah.
too.
You gotta roll
It's
Jamel
not
up
even my
into this right
phone.
now.
But I started a watch party. We got people watching now, Bryce.
Yeah, we have 5 people on the screen and 9 viewers. So
Creepy.
This is awesome. That's that's all because I started a watch party.
I love it. Oh, we're shit. 10, 9. I'll tell you what, I gotta pee. You guys talk amongst yourselves. You're doing great so far. You're doing really good.
So
Don't
have we
eat
heard
up all of
anything about
Danny's time because I want
sports?
some of it. And Donovan too.
Talk about
And
sports.
Ian, stick around here a second.
Yeah, I'll be here
Trying
for
to
a
get
minute.
this off there. Kelly's saying I love you guys though.
Hey, we love
Yeah,
you
my
too.
computer's over this. Hang on 1 sec.
Yeah, you know, if you don't pee, you can damage the prostate. So go pee.
Yeah.
Don't fall in.
Yeah, I mean, you got an old prostate. You gotta be careful.
Don't let the toilet snake get you.
Well,
If there's any females in the house, lift the seat up.
Oh,
Hey.
that's horrible. That actually does hurt.
Useful.
Okay, it does hurt
Ja-
when you fall
Jamel
in.
Jamel just said what's up a little bit ago. He needs to be wrapped up in this show.
Jamel and Bryce have been together forever. I've known.
Well, no, I know that. That's what I'm saying. Like Jamel was commenting, so we need to bring him in the show.
Yeah, here's the thing. He likes to comment, but he's not big on getting on the show too much. He
Shit.
comes on and he just stands there and doesn't do much anymore.
Tommy,
I didn't.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying, Jamal, I love you, bro. You're funnier than all holy hell.
Hey,
Funniest dude I ever met.
You guys want to hear something funny?
Hundreds of shows with Jamel.
I'll give you guys something funny. Is that I just fucking walked outside to have a cigarette on my apartment and forgot my keys.
Are you locked
Nice.
out, dude? Shut
Yeah.
up. Are you locked out?
Dead serious.
Shut up. All right. All right.
Where do you live?
Grand
What kind
Rapids,
of
Minnesota.
All right. What kind of lock do you have on your door?
Dude, I don't know. It's the main lock to the building.
All right. Well,
Got
let me
a
see it.
doorknob and shit.
Listen, I've gotten into tougher places.
Ooh, it's a
That's what she
pullout.
said.
It's a pullout, Tommy.
No, here we go.
Gotta
Who would
kick
have
in.
with
Can't
that's what
kick
she
in.
said.
I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to wait. I could be out here for a minute.
I could pick that lock in less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, you ain't here, so
Yeah, well, I can walk you through it. What do you got in your pocket? What do you got in your pocket?
He could be there in 3 hours.
oh, he could be here in 3 hours and 30 minutes, but he
About that, yeah.
he
No,
might get
I
he,
can help you out. What do you got in your wallet? Or in
Done.
your
might-
pocket?
See you later,
he get
bud.
pulled over on the way up here though.
Where you going, Danny?
Huh? No, I'm
There-
saying you're going up to Grand Rapids to pick his lock, bro.
No, dude. He can get it done with what he's got in his pocket if he just learns how to fucking MacGyver and shit.
Dude, I have a pack of cigarettes and a lighter. That's it.
Oh, so you're good then. You're good.
All right.
He's got some chewing gum, tin foil, and a paperclip.
All right,
All right.
MacGyver.
If you have a paperclip, you're golden.
I
But
don't.
you don't. You have a lighter. Does your lighter have a child safety thing in the middle?
I think I removed it. I think.
Shut up. Because if you have
Oh,
that,
it does. It does. It does.
oh,
It
then
does.
you're golden, dude. We can do this. We can do this. You have to take that thing off and straighten it out.
Yeah, but I can't do that without a key.
With your teeth.
You said you had your keys.
No, I'm saying you can't get the
No,
the
he
thing out
lost
without a
his-
key.
He left his keys in his house, dude. That's why he's locked out.
All right.
See, you need a key to like pry it out. You know,
If he had a key,
Not
he'd
really.
just walk in the door.
I'm not.
Shut up.
I ain't doing it with
I
my
get
teeth.
that, dude. Hi. What do you,
It's
what
like,
do you have
I would-
around you? What's around you?
Dude, rocks.
Dude, do you have a
All
phone?
right, find a rock that can thin up in there and poke it out.
You need to call the police. Tell them to let you in. Is what you got.
No, I ain't gonna
He
do that.
doesn't have
That
his
that's the,
telephone, dude.
You're 20.
That's-
Oh, he's got his phone.
Good.
that's the
Call
last.
someone in the building, dude. You got someone in the building, you know.
It's 11:46, man.
That
Who
hot
the
girl that
fuck
lives across the
cares?
hall from you. You
It's
gotta call the hot girl
quarantine.
across the hall.
Everybody's awake.
Okay, so what you might think the hot girl down the hall is like a fucking 95-year-old woman.
I didn't say the 95-year-old woman. I said the hot girl across the hall.
I said, so what youth might think might be the 95-year-old or woman or the hot girl
Yeah,
across the
that's
hall
hot.
is the 95-year-old woman.
95-year-old woman. Hey, Bryce, welcome to the conversation. We're trying to get Ian back in his place, dude. He locked himself out, bro.
She's like peppers. I'm like, yeah.
Bryce,
Bryce,
I forgot my keys
Inside the house.
I
in my
told him
apartment.
we can get him back in. If he could just get the childproof thing off his lighter, we can break in.
You don't get a chance. You just gotta scoop and flip. Scoop.
How you
screwed.
like me now?
Bryce was like, what the fuck?
You gotta get yourself
I went to take a piss. That was a long ass piss, by the way, bro.
Speaking
I'm not
of, I gotta take a piss.
I'm just saying. Hey, Danny.
Yo,
Danny, let's switch this up a little bit. You still smoking some meats over there, bro?
Chinese dish. Egg foo young. For the sushi we could-
Danny, did you not hear me?
did you not see me?
We did.
No, I didn't see you, dude. There's like
Oh,
fucking
sorry.
5 people on this small ass screen.
Well, look at my square. Tom.
Fucking just talk, bro. Use your words, man.
Dude, I got 4% of my
Whoa.
phone. When it dies, she dies. I'll be sad.
Plug her in.
Plug it in, dude.
Yeah, I'd
Well,
I'd
I'm
rather
not
have
plugging, but
4%
it's
than being
all
locked
weird and
out.
shit. You guys cool with that? If it's all weird, I'll plug it in.
All right, plug it in, dude. Plug it in, plug it
Oh
in.
wait, you know what? I have my phone in my hand. I can fucking buzz. I should be able to buzz myself in.
I had myself
Seriously,
muted.
Ian?
You couldn't even hear me bitching at you guys, could you?
No.
No.
I was
We don't
saying,
fucking care.
I
All,
know.
all kinds of mess.
Let's go back to Doug, where I said, say hi to Linda. I wish I was having some Oban. And I miss you guys
To call
too.
a resident, hold down one of the arrow keys to find the resident.
Is that me?
Ian, you're fucking killing us, bro.
He's
Dude,
buzzing himself in, dude.
He's
I'm
trying to
buzzing-
get himself back in the building. Bryce.
Yeah.
This is better than MacGyver.
This is bullshit.
Can
This
he
is some
do it?
bullshit.
It's gonna happen.
It's either
Can
gonna
he
blow
get
up or
himself
you're gonna-
back
the
in
door's
the
gonna
building?
open.
It's happening. It's gonna happen right now.
Let's
This
see.
is like Survivor Northern Minnesota style.
Hello.
Hello. Yellow.
Why am I only seeing the end now?
Well, we're just gonna see if he can pull this off or not. I think.
Oh,
Oh,
got it,
I'm
got it.
in.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, he's
He's
in.
walking through the halls.
Oh, there we go.
That whole thing was for nothing.
Cheers, bro.
Congratulations, dude. But if you would have been brave enough to bite that childproof off your lighter, we could got you a long time ago.
If he would have been smart enough to just buzz himself in from the beginning, none of this would have been a thing.
You're
It's
right,
true.
but
It's true.
I didn't even think about it. I was like, "Fuck! Wait, what? Fuck! Really?"
2020 technology.
Well, you know what? That's what happens when you freaking, that's what happens when you have had some cocktails.
It's
Had a couple
it's like shitty
cocktails
Mission
into-
Impossible.
With
The
the
shittiest Mission Impossible ever. And I like that everyone was like, "Okay, we got this. We got this."
Yeah, no, and I
And then
appreciate that. I
The
appreciate
answer
the help.
really was just fucking buzz yourself in, man.
Well, you know what? Like,
These
Panic-
two guys over here knew that I had it. I could have
Yeah.
gotten them in.
no, I know, and I appreciate that, but it's like it comes down to like panic. You know, panic sets in. You're like, fuck, man, what am I gonna do? You don't even think about phone. You're like, are you kidding me? Like, seriously? How am I gonna get back in here? How the fuck am I gonna get back in? You don't even think about the fact that like you can buzz yourself in. It's like, oh shit, I didn't even think about the phone. Like,
Stop
God
it.
goddamn.
I live in a trailer, bro. You live in a
Wait
fucking
a second.
fancy ass apartment building.
So
back in your
fancy.
house right now? You made
I
it?
live in a trailer down by the river.
Down by the river.
Are you back in your house right now? Holy shit.
I'm in my. I'm back.
Baby boy.
I'm back
Oh,
in my
I totally
apartment.
missed that. I don't know.
He called the 95-year-old lady across the hall to let him in.
I might have just blacked out. I don't know.
Now he owes her
Last I checked,
favors.
he was
The
not-
hot 95-year-old lady down the
So
hall.
happy for you.
Because they're one and the same, apparently.
First of all, 95-year-old was asleep at like 7:30.
God
How
bless
do you know?
Was she?
So this is
Maybe.
the most people we've had on at one time during the happy hour. And it's the most that feels like an actual happy hour, like sitting around a bar.
Oh, just sitting there
Although
fucking
we
with
got-
somebody. That's pretty awesome.
I've never sat around a bar where some dipshit locked himself out of the fucking
That'll happen.
But we have sat around about some dipshit locked himself in his car.
Yeah,
That's happened before.
that's true.
That's
Yeah,
happened
that
before.
dude shouldn't be driving.
Right.
Yeah. Bryce,
Bryce, if
I
it-
told
if it
you you
wasn't
should
for
have
your-
drove that night.
If it wasn't for his patrons, he may never not have made it back in.
That's true.
Patreons.
Wasn't
Thank
for that
God you
horse,
said Patreons.
I wouldn't have spent that year in college.
I'm glad Ian made it back in.
Hey guys, thank you very much.
We are so
Yeah.
happy. You were looking so discombobulated out there, like you didn't know what was going on.
You know what? For the sake of when I have my next cigarette, I am putting the keys in my pocket right now, so that way I don't forget.
Good
There
for
you
you.
go.
Good plan.
Plan ahead.
So, Danny,
What's up, buddy?
how you doing, buddy?
Fantastic, Tommy. How you doing?
I'm chilling like a villain, buddy.
Oh,
Now-
I miss you guys.
We're having a barbecue. We should have a big ass barbecue when this whole thing's over with.
That's perfectly acceptable, in my opinion.
How are you on smoking meats lately, dude? Can you still do it, or are you like I'm married now, I got kids, I use gas all the
I
time?
fancy myself a good meat smoker, Tommy.
Do you fancy yourself a good meat smoker?
Fucking goddamn right. I do.
Let me ask you this, Danny. Let me have Tommy. let me
right
have
on.
some Danny time here
Hey,
before
go
his
for
phone
it.
dies.
Go for it, Bryce.
Danny, are you playing some
feel like
Clash
you're gonna-
Royale still?
Oh my goodness, Bryce. We should name tag share.
Just ice. Can I have ice, man?
Are you? So you're still playing?
You want to
Yeah,
come up here
yeah.
with me? Let's go.
All right.
Unfortunately.
But yeah, I'm not good at it anymore. I mean, I'm not good at getting on and playing. I feel bad for my peeps. But what do you think about the little fire ninja thing?
Fire Ninja's awesome. I agree with you though. It's hard to maintain
Yeah.
these games as they're just rolling out by the dozens. You know,
Holy shit.
it's just hard to. So I've been playing Clash for what 3 years, kind of over it. You know.
Yeah. I think I'm the same way. I try to get on and I have a very understanding group that is like, yeah, you've been here forever. We'll let you kind of fucking coast, but everybody else
is par in your donations, Bryce.
What's that?
You're not living up to par in your donations.
My donations are fine. I just don't war. I don't do the war shit. I go on, I make all my donations, I request, I do all this shit, but we gotta play. You and I gotta play each other sometime.
Absolutely, we shall.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, there's a lot of people on here.
Well, we got 5 on here.
I see that.
Did we
6,
mute Donovan
bro.
or did he mute himself?
You
I
muted
muted
everybody. We
myself
all
for a
had to
moment.
go on there and unmute
Oh,
ourselves.
he
They
muted
fucking
himself.
Forecast you,
Yeah.
bro.
All right.
I don't want to be that guy.
No, I appreciate that. I wish more people were like that.
Hey, would it be rude if I gave you guys the garage scene while I made myself a drink?
Let's do it. Let's see it.
See your garage scene.
Let's see
No,
your
it's not a
garage.
scene, it's just
Is
like
it
straight up
anything like my garage back in the day? I don't think so. Probably not.
No,
Nothing is,
Nobody
Tommy.
ever could touch that.
Ceiling of the garage while I make a drink.
Oh, this is fucking horrible, Danny. Absolutely horrible. Unacceptable. Is this old neighborhood? Cut this son
Is
bitch
it-
out.
Is this garage just like a black hole then, or what?
Yeah, dude.
That's
Unacceptable.
badass.
Cut
Not
the fuck
everyone
out.
has a black hole in their
All
garage.
right, Bryce, seriously. Really?
I'm
Hey,
going to guess his phone
coming
died. He
on,
said he was at
Randy.
4%.
I don't know. No, I think he just
Oh,
said
there he
I don't
is.
think his
There
phone
he
died.
is.
First of
Second
all,
Blue.
stop talking about black holes. I was just making a drink.
Answer it.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Well,
It
Miranda.
is a black hole, bro. When you put the phone down, looks like a black. There he goes. There you go.
hey,
Do what you gotta do, Danny.
Making a drink.
Okay.
You know what's cool about this having 5 people on is this weird little like absinthe fucking fuck you up drink in the middle.
Yeah.
here.
Right in
Right
the middle of
there.
it, dude.
Like,
Right in the
right
middle of
there.
it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love it. What is it? It's got an orange peel. It's green.
And then there's a little apple and a lime. Like
yeah, over there.
something's cooking. Something's cooking here.
I mean, it looks phenomenal, dude. I think we should do a shot of it.
And there's like these like half shot glasses of something.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's like this blue.
Oh, so sweet.
Carbonated mess right here.
Shut up.
Did you say carbonated meth?
That's
yeah, that too. Yeah, I said meth, but meth.
Just some fun little carbonated meth for everyone.
Like liquid amphetamine right here.
Yeah. That blue one looks like maybe it is carbonated meth.
It is. But what's this one over here?
I can't see where you're pointing at, asshole.
Oh, it's the brown looking half shot.
Yeah, I don't
shot
know.
glass.
It's like a start of
You
a.
see what I see, bro.
White
It's like
Russian
it's
or
like a
something.
it's like a black Russian or something. You know, it looks the start of a white
Got,
Russian or
like,
something like
a
that.
waterfall of.
I can see that. A black Russian ain't that bad.
No. No.
It's
I don't
pretty
know when this message was posted, but this is funny because Miranda's on now. Who's Tommy's buddy?
good. That was Jerry Howe.
Oh yeah, Jerry was on.
Either that or Sam, my nephew.
But this was only 2 minutes old.
Okay, then there was
What do we got there? What do we got going there?
Bryce, what happened to Jamel? He was commenting, but he should be in on this.
He's working.
I tried telling them, but they don't listen.
He's working. Doug is like my favorite person ever. Doug and Linda are my favorite couple. I love Doug, and I'm like surprised because he's like just cracked a Coors Light perfect Oban chaser, and I can't disagree. I think it's fantastic. I love you're drinking some scotch, some great scotch, and then like a little daily driver. So you got like a beer and a bump.
Fucking A, yeah.
I hope Linda's there and you're
do a shot.
telling her hello. Yeah, we could do a shot.
Hey,
should we all do a shot?
Oh, he didn't hear you.
Dude, I've been doing shots the whole time.
Yeah, Ian, you got to be careful. You got your keys in your pocket now. You're good, right?
Well, I mean, like I said, I put those keys in my pocket for a reason.
Because you're gonna be able to smoke and don't lock yourself. If you got your phone, really, dude, do you need your keys?
Well, like I said, I didn't even think about it because I'm doing something else. I've never done anything like this on the phone before, so I guess I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, me neither.
I've been there, man. I've left like a hotel room with nothing and locked the door behind me, and then like in a towel, not a towel, but like shorts, right? Where you're like, oh fuck, now I have to go to the front desk and be like, it's me, I promise it's me, but please, like, I need in. And they're always so good about it. They're always like, okay, here you go. And I'm thinking, if you just walked into any hotel and you're like, fuck, I locked myself out.
Hey, what's up, Buttercup?
You might be able to do a little bit of damage with that, Bryce.
Right.
Yeah.
This is kind of the point I wanted to reach where we have 5 of us on and 5 viewers. Tell Linda, Doug, please tell Linda tomorrow that I said hello and I miss you guys badly. I'd love to see you. I'd love to get together and chat. Not just whiskey, but life. See how you guys are doing. I hope you guys are doing well. Should we have a little? This is not like really. I have a nice whiskey here, the Henry McKenna. It's not really shooting whiskey, but
J-Mo Pickleback. We need one. This is empty, bro.
The cups, nuts.
Doug, as soon as I can come see you, I don't care where we meet, where we go. I would love to come see you and Linda, say hello. Some hugs would be great. That would be a ton of fun. Until then, we're here. So,
No, you can't. It's not your sister.
I'm so glad you checked in. I'm so glad you're hanging out with us. Let's do a shot. So, Doug, I assume you're doing the Oban. It's the same thing. Like the Henry McKenna's not a shooting whiskey. Oban's not a shooting whiskey, but we could do a little swig together maybe.
Yeah,
So
wait, just don't wait a second. Let's just talk a little bit.
I'm with you guys.
we got a JMO, we got a PBR.
He's doing a shot of Pabst. What? That's not a
Ian's
shot.
got what is that, Ian?
That's a Yag.
Yag, nice. Tommy,
Ian, really? How old?
Tommy,
are you?
you're holding up the show, man.
Yeah, I am. I have like 6 people here. You have nobody where you guys are. So
Well, because we're
right,
social
practicing
distancing.
quarantine, I get.
Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and mute Tommy for a minute here, and let's do a shot. Cheers to the social distancing.
Oh, it's good.
Sorry, I didn't do a real shot.
That
'cause
was
I got
good.
Official government business to do in a few hours.
Tommy, you're back on. You can stop being weird.
But now I'm back on, but I'm doing so good.
Too many. Yes. This is a great example of too many cooks in the kitchen, but it's also an example of like kind of what the happy
Right.
hour is about.
Christ,
Just
Tommy,
getting
I'm
together
out.
and socializing. And
I'm out.
Danny, you out? All right, love you. Let's
This is
we're gonna figure out a way. Yeah, just as well. I want to play some Clash Royale. I love the game Clash Royale, but I got very few people I can play with,
oh,
and he is one of them.
What's Clash Royale? Is that a, like online game or something like that? Or
Yeah, it's a mobile game, like app. It's the Clash of Clans people, Supercell.
what? Clash of Clans. Okay, gotcha.
But it's not Clash of Clans. It's just the same company makes it, so it's a lot of the same characters, but it's very chess-like. It's very strategic. You play a quick, like 3-minute battle against a live person.
Yeah, it went
And
from
you-
like Command to Conquer or whatever
Okay.
to like the
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not
like
like
talking about Clash of Clans when
yes,
Command to
yes,
Conquer.
that is. But
Where
Clash
it's like-
Royale is more like chess. Like it's just
Yeah.
you have a it's a quick 3-minute. You build up your deck. As it was. Megan, you're always invited. Settle down. You're
Always welcome. Hey, dude, Bryce, by the
always
way,
welcome.
honestly, stop calling Kelly. Call my phone.
Other
Bryce.
Kelly, different Kelly. What?
Bryce, do you realize this is our first happy hour? It's gone over an hour long.
Oh, that's probably means it's time to wrap it up.
Oh, hurtful. Hurtful. I thought we were doing pretty well, man. But hey, if you want to hang out, I got my sister calling anyway. She's way more entertaining. You know this, but you met her before.
She's entertaining. There's no question.
She wants call my phone.
What's
Kelly.
she doing? What are
She
you?
keeps calling Joe's phone, which is what we're doing this off of.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Well, I'll
hey,
tell you what.
have you heard that
the
baseball
bird is the word.
might be starting up pretty shortly here?
In Arizona,
All games in Arizona.
probably in
I have.
Florida, right?
No.
yeah, I think. Well, today they were saying something about maybe they could do all the games in Arizona because all they need is fields. They don't have to worry
Right.
about people, so
Sure.
as long as they have a field.
And all the players will be sitting like in the stands instead of in the dugout. They'll be like in the stands. The only thing that gets me is the ump won't be right behind the catcher anymore. He's going to be 6
We'll
feet
see.
away.
They'll figure it out, but it's gonna be weird. Incidentally, and I know this isn't a huge thing, but on Saturday I'm doing a show called "What's New B52," and we have Lavelle E. Neal III, who's the Twins beat writer for the Star Tribune. He's going to be on the show. He'll cover some of this with us. And we've got Ed McDaniel.
What
Former
is he again?
Vikings.
Did you say he was a beat writer?
Yeah, beat writer. So for Star Tribune, he covers.
What
the
exactly
Twins.
is a beat writer?
I just said it. For the Star Tribune, he's the.
The bird is the word. Boom, 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 boom. No?
All right.
Sorry, dude.
I think we are sitting pretty good. I feel pretty good about wrapping this up. I think it's done.
If you don't want to fucking hang out anymore, fine.
He's like, yeah, fuck you guys, I'm done.
Just like fucking
Oh.
say it, bro.
This
You
happy
don't have to
hour
be a
got
dick.
over an hour and it's less happy.
Oh, I'm still
they were
pretty happy. I don't know about you
like-
guys, but
I'm pretty fucking happy.
yeah,
Ian's happy he got back in
I'm
his
having a
house.
good
Finished
time.
watching Star Wars.
That has nothing to do with whether I got back in my house or not. I'm just fucking happy to talk to people, man. Like
I know
said.
it's so true. I think there's
It's
a lot to
so
be said
awesome.
for connecting with one another.
This is the first
However-
thing that I've had close enough to a
However.
freaking, like a bar type situation in a long time.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
it's great.
man.
So
Right?
it's been fun.
Tie, and then it's time to go to bed.
Not long
It's
already.
been fun.
Well, if it's time to go to bed, then you know
been
everybody's
real.
got different schedules. So
It's been fun, but hasn't been real fun.
Hey,
Yeah.
peace out, Doug.
Good night,
Peace
brother.
out, Megan.
All right. See you
All
soon.
right. We'll do this
All right.
again real soon. I think
I'm
Friday
never
is
doing
going to
this
be a
again.
good day.
I'm never doing this again. This was horrible.
Oh, holy shit. Jimmy
Really?
Naring in the
it's
house.
that bad.
Jim.
Jimmy.
It's really that bad. You're gonna
We
say
should
I'm
get
never
Jimmy
doing
on.
this again.
It's not
I
bad.
say
It-
this every time, and I've got it. I think I've been I've probably been your co-host more than anyone else.
It's true. Sometimes
Wait.
it's just good to leave people
can't-
ready for another one.
This.
You can't end
Well-
on Jimmy Nearing in the house, though.
Well, if we get into Jimmy Naring, it could go for a while.
Let's close it out on this.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I was gonna go into a whole WWE thing, and
Let's
no one
do
would've
it.
gotten
Let's
it.
do it. Let's
That's
do it.
fine.
Florida.
All right. First off, I need Joe near me. Joe, you gotta
Wait. Before you even say anything, though,
I love you. Thank you.
do you know who Mr. Perfect is?
Kurt Hennig,
Was
It's my mom's cousin.
the Perfect Plex.
It's my
Fucking
mom's
love Kurt
cousin.
Hennig.
It's my mom's
All
cousin.
right.
Oh, that's
Well,
awesome.
this is dedicated to you. My name is Enzo Amore. And I am a certified G and a bona fide stud. And you can't teach that.
Teach that.
This right here, this is Big Cass.
Yes.
And
And he's 7 foot tall. And you can't teach that. Bada
Bada
boom.
bing, bada boom.
Real guy in the room.
How you doing?
How you
Peace.
doing?
Peace.
Pythons.
Love you all.
Yeah, that's
All right, guys.
interesting.
Have a good
We'll
night.
all talk soon.
I said pythons.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Bye. Love you.